Okay, so I have a 1972 Olds Cutlass Supreme. I did a LS swap with a T56 manual transmission, 6-speed. So I don't see too many videos out there that explain how to do the Crossmember. So I've done a little bit of research, and I'm making this video to help everybody out that is doing this. So what we need is, I bought this. It's out of a 70 Chevelle. It's a 350 trans motor mount, this round tube style. I have the flat, kind of the beam that just waves like that. So we need to get this guy first. And if you have this one, then you're ready to go. So what we need to do is this tab right here for the transmission. You have to notch off all the welds and cut that off. I'm gonna do it with the cutoff wheel right now, and then you just flip it around. Well, you're gonna do this, and I have this paper front because this is the way it goes on the front of your engine, so you don't screw this up. You can take a look at the bends. So anyways, we're gonna cut this off. You're gonna flip it around, put it exactly where, center it out where it was at, and it should work. Then you should just drop it back in and put your, as a mount, you're gonna use the original transmission 350 automatic, the TH350 original mount, and that will bolt up to your T56, and then it'll just go drop into here, and it should be ready to go. So we'll see. I'm gonna start doing this right now, and I'm gonna take it out, take my TH400 one that I have in the Cutlass, the original one. I notched it out, and it looks janky, man. I mean, it works. There's people that just cut out a notch. I'll show in a minute. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, but anyways, as you can see, I only have a little 3-inch sander. I mean, cutoff wheel. Got most of the stuff cut out. I'm having trouble on the sides right here. Hold on. It's raining, so I'm over here in the porch making the mess. So anyways, I'm having trouble right here with the cutoff wheel, just because, you know, yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna use a little sawzall, see what happens. Sawzall definitely help. I want to clean it up now a little bit. I notched this off. This is how it goes, how it went. Cleaned it up a little bit. So what we need to do is, we're gonna get this tab and flip it around. But I purposely, when I was cutting this off, I purposely, how do I explain it? I purposely, sorry about the video too, I'm just doing this with my cell phone. So I purposely notched it on this, so I knew how, so I could keep my this centered out. So we're gonna flip it around, and before we, well, it's kind of hard doing this. Let's see. Before we weld this back on, I'm gonna flatten this guy out so that it goes level with the bottom of that. With this, the bottom of that, so that it just adds as extra support when I weld it, so it's pretty strong. How I set up, how I'm gonna weld it, I use some little Tupperware that's just the same measurement, same height. I put some clothes on here just to kind of support it. Then I put some cardboard and paper just to make it to where I had marked it, to where I had notched it. You can see the lines right there, matching right there, and then right there. So I know it was true. What I did was, when I was cutting it, like I said, I notched it in certain spots, so I knew what was center. So now I'm gonna just tack the corners and then get crazy and weld it good. But that should work. And again, the way I have it, the engine's facing right here by my hand, so that's facing back. this is facing forward. Alright. Okay, so this is it. It's welded. Again, the reason I keep making it real obvious is because it's really easy to flip this around. So I have the front facing that way. So I'm gonna paint it now, and that's what it should look like. So this is what I had done. This was the original Crossmember I had. This is the flat style. I had notched in the center right around there. I notched it out. The bolts underneath right there, those are original holes. I didn't have to really mess with them at all. Those are original holes for the motor mounts for the Turbo 350 400 trans. The problem about this setup, I've heard people use this and you can see it works, but it's just a shit, sorry, excuse my language, it's just a bad way to do it, because honestly you take away structure from the center right there. There's no mount in between. It doesn't doesn't protect it from any vibration or any of that. So that's why I went away from this. I mean, I did this at first because I was desperate. I just wanted it to work. But the more I looked into it, the more I said, nah, this is not right. I mean, I'm just a kid. I wouldn't say kid. I'm 30 years old. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of money. But I like to do things right and just kind of do them on my own, as you can tell, and save wherever I can. So with this Turbo 350 tube style Crossmember, the original one, once we do what we, you flip the tab and all that, you will be able to put the original transmission mount onto this onto this T56 transmission, and it will bolt right up because I've already tried it before. So that will bolt up to that, and then you will be able to use your original Crossmember once you have done all of that. So that's definitely the way to go. I just wanted to make this video to help you guys out. I mean, this was something I was stuck on, as you can tell, and it's a little bit of figuring things out. So a little bit of trial and error. So anyways, I hope this helps you guys out, and I hope you have a good one. Take it easy. By the way, this is what it should look like.